Hello guys, welcome back to another lovely trading video. In this one, we're going to be doing some in-depth stock analysis on Blackstone, ticker BX. So to get straight into it, we can see that Blackstone is currently sitting around this $98 area and pushing towards that $100 mark. Well, obviously, $100 is always going to be a key level that we look at because it's always a big psychological resistance, and that's why if you mark out $100, really on any chart, once it comes into it, you'll see buying pressure tends to come into this level, and then if it breaks, it will be used as a resistance, which we're going to see now. So it is really a key one to be looking at, because if you're holding the stock long, from that 87.90 and you're looking for a short-term trade, that is really going to be our key target that we're looking at. And the reason for that is at 100, obviously you've got the psychological resistance, and then coming into around $104, then we have the statistical mean. So really we would expect at least a pullback coming into this area. If not, if the market continues weak, then this will be most likely its reversal point to carry on down. However, if we do break through this zone and continue up, what are going to be our next targets? Well, 116 is going to be a key level again, because that is the statistical mean on the daily. So again, as at least using standard deviation, it is a mean reversion strategy, or a mean reversion way of looking at things. So once we come into this 116 at the latest, that is the completion of the mean reversal. So really, if we're holding long, that is kind of the main target that we're looking to use. And then once we get past that level, then we start building usually a bit more of a short bias view on it. But obviously, that 116 also does line up with the first deviation of the 4 hour. So if you're holding the stock still long at that level, that's definitely a target we would be looking to get out the majority of the size, if not all of it, and at least moving stops if you're staying in it. Then going higher than that, we got a level at around 130 and 131.50. And then from this 131.50, this is where if you were looking to start shorting Blackstone, this is a level would be starting to build a bit more of a short bias view on it. That's just because when stocks come into their second deviations, you don't really expect them to go too much further than this. So knowing that, that's why we tend to lock in the majority of profits there, if not all. And then, if we're looking to short this, where we start doing it at. If prices do continue up, then 143 and 145 are going to be those next key levels, being the second deviation on the 4 hour on the daily, and the third deviation on the 4 hour. With the kind of key final one being at around 156. Obviously, this would require Blackstone to push up over 50% from where we are now. So seeing this in the short term is probably not all that likely, but again, it's better to be prepared than not. Then at an extreme, which will be the fourth deviation, will be 159 and the 169 level. Now, to go close to current prices, if prices start to fall again, what are going to be buy zones? So really, we can see it around $90. That is going to be a key level. Yes, it's also come down by its 52-week low, the original bounce we've had, but it is also the first deviation on the 4 hour and the second deviation on the daily. Seeing this, we would still expect some sort of buying pressure to come in. However, as we have already hit this level, we wouldn't be looking at massive size or anything. We would be waiting for that further push down to that next deviation level, which is around $77, as that's the third deviation on the daily, with $76 being the second deviation on the 4 hour. So again, this would be quite a strong level of support. Then at an extreme, if we did continue down, 62.50 will be that third deviation on the 4 hour. So again, another strong level. Also lines up relatively close to the daily fourth deviation. Then at an extreme, which again is quite unlikely, but if it did happen, is around 48.75 would be the fourth deviation on the daily. On the 4 hour. But really, the key levels are kind of where we are now. So we're sitting at $98. So coming into this $100 and $104 level, we would expect some resistance. So that could mean we get quite a strong pullback, or it may just mean that this is somewhat of a pullback, and then we continue this downtrend. And if we continue that downtrend, we're going to have main buy zones being at the $76, $77 level. However, if it pushes past and through this $104 level, then that 116 is going to be that main target that we're looking for. But anyway, that is the breakdown on Blackstone. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. I hope to see you next one, and that's it. Peace.
Maybe I'm crazy,